Doing to assist people whose homes are not habitable following the Canterbury earthquake?
Mr Speaker, Housing New Zealand has been working very well with the private sector landlords, housing sector, community housing sector and Ministry of Social Development. However, we know that a number of people have been living with family and friends and will want some sort of longer-term options as their houses are being built. So we're wanting to increase the housing pool in Canterbury. So today I've announced the Housing Emergency Lease Program. In this program, we will be asking Cantabrians who have a second home, it might be a holiday home, it might be a farm cottage, it might be a house that would otherwise be for sale, and to see if they are willing to lease that short-term to Housing New Zealand for 2 or 3 or 4 months. Housing New Zealand will carry the lease and pay the rent and then have a tenancy agreement. This way they manage the tenancy, they collect the rent, but they do guarantee rent to the householder and provide a no-hassle tenancy service.
Chris Hipkins.
A supplementary question to the Minister. Will funding that's currently budgeted for upgrades or replacement of state houses in other areas be reduced in order to meet the increased demand that's likely to flow out of the Housing New Zealand projects in the Canterbury region? If so, where does he envisage that money will come from?
The Honourable Phil Heatley.
Mr Speaker, it's fortunate that Housing New Zealand properties are covered by EQC payments just as normal properties are.
Chris Hipkins.
Mr Speaker, I acknowledge what the Minister has just said, but it didn't actually answer the question or address the question that I just raised. I asked him whether money would be taken from other regions in order to put into the Canterbury region. Saying that EQC covers it doesn't...
Order. It seemed to me what the Minister was saying was EQC would cover the cost because with Housing New Zealand properties, that's what I interpret from what the Minister said. And if that's what the Minister's saying, the member can't litigate it by way of point of order. You can ask further supplementaries. Well, one of the members now seems to want to argue with the Speaker, which is not a very good idea. But just to make sure I'm not misunderstanding here, I believe the member asked where the cost would come from. And what I interpreted from what the Minister said was it would be covered by EQC, so it wouldn't come from any other Housing New Zealand regions. Now, I might be wrong there. If I'm wrong there, I hope the Minister will point that out to me, because, but he doesn't appear to be wishing to. Phil Twyford, my apologies.
My question's to the Minister of Local Government. When he said in the House yesterday that the Auckland